Preseason week 2, where you can see the players of tomorrow, today. Super Bowl rematch in Cleveland. I guess I can go over a quick refresher of how our rookies looked. I went a little overkill. Um, well, like shit. Let's talk about. I guess we can talk about just the position battles. How about that? Uh, Arch Manning's not playing. I'm gonna start Vicina this game, and Sellers is gonna get the reps in the second half. Um, I had started Sellers last game. Didn't look that good. It was just a quarter, and then Vizina was looking pretty, good. I wouldn't say great, but just good. And then Sellers finished it up, but Sellers did not look good at all. I mean, yeah, I would say he looked less than decent. Not necessarily bad, just not even really decent. So this is going to be I guess you can call it a battle for who's going to be the backup this year. Who's going to be the guy I feel I can trust should Arch Manning need to not be available. Gonna start the starters here. Then ETN and Martinez will take the second half. Maybe even switch them up. I don't know. I'll let these two play the half. Puka's not playing. We're likely gonna get him traded before we need to cut the roster to 53. And I'm gonna be, let's see, what do I have? I have Harper, Leggett, and Bond starting, and then Brown and Horn Jr. And I'll probably move Bond. Bond will probably play the whole game. I want to see if he's worth um, signing up, like re-signing a contract this year. Chances are these bottom six here are going to be on the roster. I don't plan on making any moves. I think it's just I think the battle is going to be who's going to be the third wide receiver, and I would like it to be one of these three. I love Coker, man, but he's not explosive. Williams is going to start. Michael Smith, the rookie, is going to back him up. So those are, and then I think maybe I have, yeah. Sometimes we have three tight end sets, but not very often. Sanders isn't going to play. Starting on O line is going to play, and then we're going to have backups at each position for the second half. No real position. I guess the position battles here would be who's going to be besides Cade Mays. I'm going to bring a guard and a tackle on to the 53. So who's that going to be? Right now it's McVay, and I don't see it really changing. The rest are either going to be practice squad or let go. And same thing with the right tackle. I'd probably keep two tackles just to avoid someone picking them up off the practice squad. So I mean, at least on paper right now, it's looking like these two are probably either going to be put on the practice squad, and if they get picked up, they get picked up. Now, of course, if one of these guys has a horrible game, that could change my mind. I don't have Fisk playing or Derek Brown playing. These we went a little overkill in the draft by drafting Beeman late first round, and then Hammond early second round, and then Dow somewhere like third, fourth round, and he actually is looking like the better prospect. He looked real good. He got 2 sacks last game. Probably going to see a lot of. I mean, I have him on a depth chart, but if he looks good again, I may not need to see him. I might need to fucking just save him and just see what we have in Hammond and Beeman. Didn't really think of that till now. Sohn is our number 5 overall pick. He's going to be starting. These two guys, that's the depth chart right there for those. Scorin and Princey are not going to play. You're going to see Arrington Jr., Snyder, and Mike Green taking all the edge snaps. And then Wallace and Powers will play. These two will play the whole game. I want to see who. The battle here is going to be. Well, let me back up today. I don't really think there's a battle there. Yeah, the battle here is going to be who's getting put on the practice squad and who's getting put on the 53 between these two. If it was last preseason, Red Murdoch made it. This preseason, it's kind of a toss-up so far. I mean, just on paper, I would probably put Murdoch on the practice squad, so he has a better chance of being there. and not getting picked up. Corners. We got a trade offer for Riley Moss. I'm probably going to take advantage of a trade uh, before I advance the week. I don't. We're gonna. I mean, it's gonna trade. I just don't know if I'm gonna take advantage of the offers I got. Some of them are potentially a little unrealistic, even though I would love to take advantage of it. But right now, these are our three starters. Or probably Prysock ahead of Fields because Prysock is a little more experienced, quote unquote, even though he's not rated, yeah. And so you're gonna see Fields, Banks, Edmonds, and then Ricks, Dunn, West playing the whole game, throughout between the first second half. Um, right now I would say so 1, 2, 3, 4. So the top four aside from Moss there, or top, yeah, they're gonna make the roster. And on paper, the next two are gonna be these two, Banks and Edmonds. Edmonds was a like last pick in the first round, but you had Fields and Banks. Like I drafted a crap load of corners, crap load. I just had extra picks, and I just didn't want to keep pushing them to the following year. I wanted to overload the cornerback room to create more opportunities to have exactly what happened, which was one of them progress in the offseason to an 85 overall. And then this guy like a 79, and this guy like bumped up, I think, a couple overall points. Um, I don't know if any of these, like maybe one or two here and there. This guy was a draft pick last year. So I think the battle is for these two spots here. And I think the only one that kind of stood out, like this guy kind of plays tough. He does play a little different, which I kind of like. This guy was standing out a little bit, but I don't really recall any like fuck ups. There might have been a couple between these two, but I'll keep an eye out. We got this game and the next game. Ravel Jr. is gonna be like, oh, I like him, but I need to get these. I need to keep roster spots, and whoever doesn't make it will be put on the practice squad. If we lose him, we lose him. All right. Richie's gonna start. Hicks is gonna back him up. Nothing really changed here. That's it. So I guess overall, what are the position battles are going to be? Who's the third wide receiver? Who's the primary backup at guard and tackle? Who is the defensive end who is going to get the be starter next to Fisk and nickel and dime packages? Who's going to be the third inside backer? And then who's the last two guys at corner? Those are the position battles. And I like doing this preseason thing now after I started last season because I get to actually see them play. And sometimes people could surprise you. I didn't realize that players could play different in slow sim. Like the whole reason why I want to see Isaiah Bond is because last preseason he came up out of nowhere and he just looked different. He did have a couple drops last week against the Chiefs. That's not a good sign, but there's something about him that's where when he gets the ball in his hands, he looks different than a Jimmy Horn Jr. for some reason. I don't know what it is. I think it's just he just looks like he wants it more. It sounds so weird, but it does. All right, Browns. I'm pretty sure they kept their staff. Yeah, they kept their staff. So we don't need to see that. Let's look at see if they have any injuries to report. None. Depth chart. Okay. I think it's their first round pick, a 6'4", 175-pound speedster quarterback, Kayshawn Henderson out of Houston, QB of the future, day one starter, is going to be starting for them. Drew Eller is going to back him up. I feel for him, dude. He's like a really good prospect, in my opinion. He was picked number one overall, the first draft that I took part with in this as the GM of the Panthers, and he just hasn't really progressed. He did take him to the Super Bowl last year, though, but not for long, right? If you can't, if they got an opportunity, they're gonna take it. They have a pretty good running back room. Not so great receivers. This guy's face just bugs the crap out of me. And her, I mean, they have a decent. There's an opportunity to exploit right there. So Junior, LeVar Arrington Jr. Hopefully can get beat him a couple times. Oh, look who they signed. Keon White, left end. And then of course you have Myles Garrett. So Josiah Thompson's going to have his hands full with this guy. They have good D tackles, man. These guys are pretty good. I would be somewhat interested in maybe getting him, but with the meteoric rise of the defensive end that we drafted, I'd rather have him than, I don't know. Yeah. But this guy is very intriguing to me. Then you have Schlesinger, Justin Williams, Owusu, Koramoa, Denzel Ward, pretty good corners. Nothing special there. The kid looks young, man. Xavier Woods didn't really stand out in the Super Bowl. All right. We're going to try something a little different this time when it comes to weekly strategy. We're going to run the same playbook for offense and defense. We did well with defending the short pass against them, so let's keep that going. But we're gonna try and throw it short and see what that changes, if anything. I started to notice that by throwing it medium, anytime we had a cross, like it just seemed like our receivers were bobbling the ball. And I noticed that for a while now. Well, it started last year once he started going to throw it medium. And I just could finally click, like, okay, maybe that's because they have a slower reaction to the short pass. Alright, this whole storyline thing that has to do with position battles, I'm gonna ignore the fucking media on that shit. I'm not playing that gotcha game. Trade offers, we can go ahead and go over these real quick. I went over them at the end of the last game. This is Riley Moss now, someone who did not play for us at all last year. He just was taking up cap space. But I kept him there because going into the season, I was a little worried that our guys wouldn't perform. And, someone who's 84 overall and on the salary cap, I made a roster spot for him in case we needed him. This guy was kind of interesting. This guy was interesting. This guy was interesting. But I don't really need, like I said, I went overboard at D-line. He could be interesting because I think he's third on their depth chart. He's young. But he doesn't really have the quickness that I like. So, I don't know. Like, if I had to pick right now, I would say, I'll back off. And then there was, out of nowhere, so that would be kind of cool too, but we're good at tight end. The fucking Cowboys throw this guy out. Now, this guy, if you go watch 2 drafts ago, I had a pick and I was thinking about picking him. But I specifically told myself to not pick fucking receivers because I had receivers and I needed to stop that because I wanted to see what we had, the guys that we had, and I wanted them to develop. And then sure enough, I find out he's a fucking superstar. So, but here's the thing. This is, I just don't, I wouldn't feel, I would feel icky. I would feel gross about training a 29-year-old corner who didn't play for us and would only be their third string corner on their roster for a second year superstar receiver. You know what I mean? Now he is sitting third on their depth chart, but you have Pickens and then CD Lamb ahead of him, who are 4 years older than they are in 2025. But just don't. That's exactly why I just don't. I just think this is just a horrible fucking decision by the Cowboys, and would never fucking happen. Um, I didn't really look at this one. Maybe I should. I don't know. I just know that like if I was being a cheeseball, I would go ahead and take this trade, and then I would likely cut either Bond or Coker to make a roster spot for Shelton. I just don't. I mean, I would feel a realistic scenario would be like, let's say I really wanted Terry Shelton. It would be okay. We'll give you Riley Moss and a second round pick. You know what I mean? That would seem a little bit more realistic, if not a first. So I just don't. How about this? I'll trade Riley Moss for a draft pick to whoever needs him the most, whether that's a third round, fourth round pick, and then if the receivers that we have, and no one's really standing up to be like that number three, maybe I'll trade Puka for him or a draft pick for him. Does that make sense? All right. All right. Let's do it. 2 road games for the preseason. Good experience. Oh, as you can see here, Dakota Fields, man. He already got an interception, 2 pass deflections. Didn't have to tackle anyone because no one was fucking throwing his way. Media's catching on. Lockdown corner in the making, baby. Would be nice to have. I'm just saying, Prysock didn't get this kind of fucking praise. He also didn't really, I don't know, he didn't really pick any fucking balls. Jade Barron is good. Bam, first try. All right. The key is to hope, we come out injury free. And at least for our starters, shit, I ain't gonna fucking cry if someone is gonna be put on the practice squad ends up injured.
Coming up next.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. With Brock Erie, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. And this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
Enough build-up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And off we go from Cleveland. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate. That defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. But that QB speed is a difference maker.
Throw complete to Williams.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Oh shit, he could be going deep.
Second
7.
and 1.
Bam!
Beams one deep.
Bam! He's gone.
He's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Dude,
yeah, not a lot of
I really
energy
wanted
exerted,
Sellers
right?
to
Not a lot of
fucking
cards
be
shown just yet.
like,
They
I'm
got a
so
couple
interested
plays
in
into their
Sellers
strategy,
being the
and
quarterback
they found pay dirt. A lot of
that
mystery still to
I've
come with
even
what
have
they're gonna do
thoughts of like
schematically.
not re-signing
Answers
Arch
have
and
to be
trading
found
him
defensively.
for draft capital just to fucking have Sellers be our quarterback. Because, you know,
That one
Arch
right
Manning
down
was
the
the
middle.
best decision at the time.
And the
But
Panthers
it's a
will
little
jump out to a
chalky.
7-0 lead.
It's just, it's a little corny. Like, you know, we made the sound decision. He's great. But I was
The Panthers
hoping
kick
Sellers
team out
could be
there
great
now as they
too.
send it away.
But Vicina, dude, he looks better, man.
Here's a return from the 7.
You know,
Return
Sellers
manages
didn't
to
look
get
as
just
good
beyond the
than the
30.
starters last week
So here are
or
the
against their
Browns now, headed
backups
out
in the
for their
fourth
first
quarter.
drive. And
But we'll
bringing
see.
them out
We got
now, a
some games
quarterback
left.
who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
I mean, there's just
The
an
biggest
extra
mistake
aura.
you can make here is
Here, I'll
letting
shut
his
up, hold on.
offense get suckered into
Go ahead,
trying
Brock.
and
I
matching
was
the
talking,
pace
but whatever.
while the opposition just set.
Okay.
Even if it's a quick score to begin the game,
Yes,
he's
okay.
got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
And he's
Okay.
brought down
God
after
damn
a
it,
nice gain
woman.
and a first down.
All right.
You know,
So,
Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be
There
a
you
lot
go,
bigger,
29.
but
Who's
that
29?
back remains hungry.
I don't even know who 29
and the
is,
defense
man.
gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go.
I forgot
It's
to
second down.
memorize their jersey numbers.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bring him down after
Anyway,
a pretty short game.
There's something special about an
It's a
aura
gain
of like
3
having like
after
an
the loss,
unknown
but still 3rd and 8
quarterback
to work with.
that leads your team to a Super Bowl. You know, like a Vicina.
Back to throw. And that one's too far in front of
Hey,
him, so now they're facing
hey Browns,
fourth
you're
down.
fucking
So many
first round
coaches
pick
love
quarterback
third
ain't
downs
looking
and
so
practice
hot.
them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out at about the 15-yard line. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on
all
the...
right. That sucks.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, he puts a
Oh,
sack.
fuck you,
Just kept
Vizina.
going their own way, and that's going to cost them. That
You
is a
sucked all
safety.
along.
And it wasn't a touchdown or a field goal, Brock, but hey, points are points. And their first points of the game come on that there safety.
You'll take them any way you can get them in this league, Kate, right? And if the defense has got to score and they've got to continue to score, that is just fine. Because that is a breath of fresh air on that sideline and hopefully a bit of a kickstarter for their offense as well.
Out now for the free kick, hoping their defense can answer a safety with a stop of their own. We'll get it at the 9. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to look at something.
Onto the field comes the Browns
I'm going to look at the
offense
jersey
with
numbers. Okay, so yeah, I know these numbers. Tight end. Hold on. Okay, so Beeman's 92, Dowell's 86. Hammond is white, so he fucking stands out like a fucking sore thumb. And then, alright, anyone here? Sohn is 93. Okay, I remember that one. I know the linebackers. Corners. Okay, Fields is 4. TJ Banks is 29. He was one that had a good play. Edmonds is 25. Okay, I know his number. Dunn is 26. And at some point we're probably gonna, who else is there? West is 28. You know what we should do? I think we should take Fields out of it. We know he's making the fucking roster. Yep. So West, you'll see him more in the second half. So right now it's 29, 25, and 10. And then you'll have, okay. Gotcha. 26 is done, 28. Is there a way I can memorize this shit? Ah, okay. Yeah, so the starters are odd numbers. The second half will be even numbers. Gotcha.
And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Throwing from the gun here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's short of the first
Hey,
after
thanks,
a mild
bro.
gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him.
Oh, Banks just got ran over.
And he'll push this upfield.
It's okay,
and
man. He
earn
made a
that when you
business
set it
decision.
down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And they'll stop him after a minimal
22.
gain, down to
Oh.
about the 36.
We know you were ransom.
Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Back to the well again.
Oh, Beeman, you almost had him,
Just short
bro.
of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And a field goal try coming up shortly from the Browns. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Maybe for the next game, I'll just do the passing playbook.
A tight end in motion now. From the 35 on 2nd down. He's got Smith.
Oh, the tight end rookie, baby.
It's a gain of
He's
21
fast.
yards to pick up that 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10.
Ooh.
He still has room inside the 30. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Taylor's up
Those
for a
unsung
contract
heroes,
renewal
those
this
big
year.
guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. Working inside the red zone. Drop. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that, so let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards, and now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the
Go for it.
possible moment. He's at the 1.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's a give up the middle. And he pushes forward,
Don't care.
but they don't get much there. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They've got some distance ahead of them, starting deep in their own territory after that free kick. They'll run here on 1st down. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and inches here. Completed to Reynolds. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Who was that fucker that got
And
pancaked?
that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Okay, yeah, he's not made for stopping the run.
Think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Why did I see 4 on the field? That explains it.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. We've got a close one here. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They'll try and take an option left side. Juke the defender. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Finding Reynolds. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Back now, pressure on its way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's on the move.
Who is that? Let me guess, 86.
But so was the defense, and they take him down.
Don't punch him, bro.
And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the first.
Short pass brought in.
Dude, I don't understand why Fisk is on the field.
Line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively...
Okay, you got Arrington Jr., Green, and Snyder. anyone else we could put in? Oh, okay. Well, I guess they're both fucking tired. Let's do this. I don't need to see any more from Murphy, man. I'm good. I mean, what's his name? Dow. I don't need to see more from Dow. Green, Snyder, Arrington.
Hitting as much in training camp. You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. This return makes it up to the 25. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for
I
granted.
wish there was a way to
Even on some of the
fucking take out
shortest
skull
passes in the
caps
game plan.
in mass on this fucking with this
Completed
mod.
over the middle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5.
The only way I know how to do it is I have to
there to bring him down.
load up the games in a different form
For the Browns, 3rd
and then go to each
coming.
fucking player
Looking to the air here.
that has them.
He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just
I
like
don't understand.
that.
Why would you put skull caps in a game if you can't even get it to match the team's helmet color?
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Still sticking with the passing game. Hauled in left side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. They are throwing it again.
Oh,
He had it for a
who's
moment,
that?
but a great defensive play.
Vaughn.
Jerry Luce, incomplete.
I mean, you did get hit.
Timing is everything.
Harder
in
for
life.
me to
Timing
be mad
is
at
everything
those.
defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
And he goes out a little short of the 40.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Catch made over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Browns and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Here's a handoff up the gut. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back-to-back carries here. And he drives it up past the 45. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. They're going play action. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And now they're going to face third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
Throwing from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Panthers set to take the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds his man over the middle. This is ahead for about 5. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, third down. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And it's the same as a touchback here. This one down right at the 20-yard line. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll start this series with an option left. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And someone
Oh,
stepped in.
Ricks.
It's intercepted. And the Panthers have it as he records the first interception of his young career. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
The Carolina offense headed out now. They didn't add to their
watch
lead
the
last
replay on
time
that one.
out. They punted it away, but still ahead
I
and
think it
able to
was
add
just
to it
zone.
here.
Huh. I wonder if would he have no? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he'll take the win, but this is the Carolina Panthers we're talking about here. This is some serious shiz. Are you gonna make the roster? You know, there's things to consider.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Got Williams, and it's complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. Simple dive up the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Panthers looking to add to their advantage. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He's dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 34.
Beautiful
Makes
throw.
the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers grow their lead just before halftime. All right, so this solid 1st half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers push the lead to 2 scores now. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen.
I want to see that again.
And the big play drives them
I know
backwards.
Beamy didn't do shit till fucking Washington
This is
did
the time
something,
where
but
offensively you got to regroup, you got to get in that huddle. And quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
all right. So you got 92 on the right there. So 52. Yeah, 92 was there too. But I like the fit. I like the fucking, yeah, get down. I like that. That works for me. What was the other guy doing? 93, man. You're the fucking top 5 pick. One-on-one. You got Beeman over there being double teamed. Yeah.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Trying again, following the sack.
Oh, come on, 93.
Ooh, incomplete there on second down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. The Browns are lined up to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
Look at
The
that, 200, over
Panthers
200
are being
yards in
led
the
back
first
out
fucking
there on
half.
offense by their quarterback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket.
Got wheels.
He's going to keep it this time. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
I think he's faster than Arch Manning, you know?
They'll throw it. Finds him over the
Oh,
middle.
damn. Oh, damn. He's gone. He's gone. Woohoo.
And he takes
Look
it
at
in.
that.
Touchdown, Carolina.
That's kind of nice.
The Panthers will add to their lead at the end of the half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers take a 16-point lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. All right, some adjustments in store, no doubt about that. They're headed to the locker room trailing as he kneels to end this first half. Offense to the line for second down. Throwing it just before halftime. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So we've arrived at halftime, and the Panthers impressive so far. They've got a lead so far on the road. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week. before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Bronk, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room.
Okay, let's get, this might take a minute. Quarterback, good. Actually, this is okay, that's what we're going to do there. Alright, we don't need to see Coker. Alright. Tackle, McVay, Mays. Oh. Alright, I want Hammond. And then we'll do Beeman here. And Murphy. And then so. Snyder Scorton. Let's get him out of here. So who are our starters here? So we got Snyder. Harrington Jr., Mike Green could back him up. Mike Green. Okay. Damn, I wish there was more people I don't fucking care about. Okay, so those guys. Alright, so we were going to go even numbers first. There we go. Yeah, then Banks and Edmonds. Okay. this would. Fuck it, I don't care if that guy gets injured. Okay, let's go. We Bond up there, we Puka out. Brown. Alright, and we'll just go in order. Alright, how did we have this set up? Snyder Green Powers. Everything Green Powers. Oh, right, now what? Okay, so... Yep, and they're ranked, okay. Awesome. Now we're ready for the second half.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. It is cut left side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They go play action on 1st. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's a defense.
Beeman. Seems like a little glitch.
It's a 3rd down, so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This one intended for the running back. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
That's taken at the 15.
Flag.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return and gets it back to the 20.
All right, it's time for Sellers.
Headed out to the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry.
Peyton Wilson's with the Browns?
We send a man in motion.
Oh shit, he's going deep to Brown. Please get it, Sellers.
First throw for the backup
Please get it,
now.
buddy. There you go.
Bullet down the right
Oh.
sideline.
Well, that
Not
window
accurate
was
enough.
open down the field, but this league is so fast, and these defenders, well,
I
they
know someone
close
who
the
did
gap
make that play
before
earlier.
that throw could arrive.
Back to throw now, 3rd down. He'll get this to Etienne. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Man in motion here.
Oh, go Horn Jr., please.
To
Please.
the air now on 1st and 10. This finds Smith. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Man, this kid Smith's going to be a
That
great
is a
tight end 3.
textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Setting up a throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's complete. Here's Brown. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Okay, go to Bond deep.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Some movement there before the snap. Right side of the line. This is going to back them up. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Motioning one of the tight ends. Running it after the penalty. And the plunge up the gut yields
Martinez, don't be
nothing
starting
there.
that Chuba Hubbard shit.
They don't get anything on 1st, and now they face 2nd and 15. Throwing from the gun here. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's a throw.
Oh shit, I like to see him run.
They'll make a
Break
big
the fucking
play on the
tackle.
ground. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. They'll run for this, and he will take this across. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers push their lead further to start the half. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers stretch the lead to 23. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. They're out
And
and
we
set.
always
First
hit
and
hard,
10.
bro. I like it.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
From the 28.
Intercepted.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Which one's
Back to throw
27?
now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing a 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it's going to be Panthers football. Throwing now from the gun. He's got Smith. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now looking to throw. That's taken in by ETN.
God damn it, bro.
And he's brought down after a
How
short
can
gain.
you not get the edge on that?
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And the punt team gets to this one at the 17-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw left side caught by Schultz. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They're throwing it. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Working quickly here. Throw left side, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Oh, you just injured him,
Now it
bro.
looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Offense in the hurry up here. Complete over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Who missed that tackle?
That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains,
27.
there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
29 was TJ Banks. Who the fuck is 27? It's gonna be someone I totally don't fucking know. Oh, it's fucking Ravel Jr. Okay. I forgot. You can make the team anyway, man. Time for the young guns.
They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him
Okay, I
down.
like that. What was that, 26? I like that
They
he
got some
stood him
positive
up.
yards. That's a good thing.
That's pretty good for
But
a
too
corner.
many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns shrinking the lead some in the third. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Browns keeping the offense out on the football field. They want 2 here. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he reaches the end zone on that 2-point try, Brock. This is going to cut it to a 2-score game now. Down 15. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Brings in the kick at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense getting set to go. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Oh, don't go deep to him. They're in zone.
Looking for a throw here.
Oh, he goes
Throws a
anyways.
bullet deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
2nd and 10 now. Taken in by
All right, so
Smith.
he's still
And he's
juggled,
tackled
even though
after
we're in
gaining a handful.
short pass.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
From the gun on 3rd down. Has a man. Oh, the football's loose. And the
Oh,
Browns
really?
pick it up.
He's not down?
And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you, right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that
Down.
all the time. Get the ball back. Well, they get the ball back with a little extra bonus on that return as well.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good
Down.
at let the play just play itself out
Yeah.
before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
I want to see. Damn, dude, I didn't know he was on the fucking free agency. Damn it. I mean, it couldn't be that bad if he's like our second guy. Whatever. Shit. Maybe trade for him. I'll have to look at his contract.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Putting a receiver in motion.
Oh.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
Nice fucking throw, bro.
Brought in inside the 20. To the house,
Oh.
touchdown Carolina.
You know we're gonna watch that
The
one again.
Panthers have likely locked up the win right there. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity,
Damn
right?
it.
Yeah,
You're
when
not
you
gonna-
run that
damn
fly
it.
route, you gotta win right from the jump.
Fucking hit
You gotta
exit, bro.
protect yourself from the sideline too. Don't get pushed to the boundary.
we'll watch it in the
Give your
highlights.
quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Browns 16.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. The Browns getting their offense out there. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They go play action on first. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete.
What a catch
Second down
those,
coming
man.
up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try and throw it here. He's going to push one deep down the right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And the Panthers are going to take over deep in their own territory. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And he found some running room for a
2nd
nice
and 3,
gain.
go deep.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. ETN again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Plowing up the middle.
Oh, look at that fullback, baby.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. First down, and they go right back to it. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Sellers is definitely looking better now.
Hand off to the back. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. One of the tight ends in motion left. Throw on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And their lead grows further to 25 points.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw.
Oh, come on, Hammond.
He lofts it deep left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down,
he
but
just
just
brushed
couldn't
you
make
away
the
like a
connection.
fucking fly.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Back now, pressure on its way. Brought in right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east to west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. They go right back to ETN. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That one gains 7. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
First down, Panthers.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Panthers started celebrating this win a while ago. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass
deep.
play now.
Go deep.
He's on the move. He's running for it.
Oh, that's what we drafted him for.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard
Oh my goodness.
line.
Yes.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll
That's
be good
what I
for
wanted to see,
Carolina
dude.
first.
Yeah.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number.
Number
He
4
does
is like,
such
oh,
a good
fuck, I
job
want
of
to make
seeing
it
the
on
field
Sports
and knowing
Center.
when it's his time to take it himself.
Who the fuck is that over there? Peyton fucking Wilson, man. Just sitting there like, I don't know. I was told to stand here. That's pretty awesome.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Simple dive up the middle. And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
All right, that
So
covers
it's the
it.
Panthers who take this one on the road. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory.
Game 2 in the
that last
preseason.
tune-up before the games start to count.
Sellers look better.
And with Brock Heward and
Little
our
better,
EA
yeah.
Sports
Little-
crew,
little
I'm Kate
decent.
Scott saying so long from this one. The Panthers are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.
I mean, if I had to pick a guy right now who's going to be the 3rd receiver, it's probably going to be number 2, Brown, followed by Jimmy Horn Jr. All right, 566 yards of total offense to their 312. We rushed for 172 to their 125. Threw for almost 400 yards to their 187. Zena, 2 touchdowns. Sellers with 1. But he did have a higher completion percentage. He was going up against backup DBs. This guy was 4 out of 6. All right, how many drops? So let's look at this one. Okay, Smith, Bond, Brown, Nick Harbor with fucking 2 touchdowns. Harrington Jr. got a drop on offense. Bond. McVay with 9 fucking pancakes. These are all backups going up against backups. Can't really blame Donko, man. That was fucking Myles Garrett, though. But he is a top-tier right tackle. He should be able to handle him. I think he gave up a sack. Alright, let's see. Tackles. Done with 2 pass defense. How about... Alright, who had total tackles out of DBs? Ricks. Banks. Okay. I mean, Ricks had a good game. He did drop. Didn't he drop? Someone dropped an INT. I think it was 26. Who's 26 again? Is that Dunn? Yeah. Check out the highlights. So instead of deciding to step up in the pocket, you could have waited for your receiver over there on the left to get open, or on the right. You stepped right into it, man. Should have dumped it to the running back. Just dump it to the fucking running back, man. I get that you guys, you think the guys are covered. Or you could have fucking gone deep too. Let me guess, that was 7 up there. Yep. Could have lofted it up for him. He would have caught it. Or he would have caught up to it. Yep, was this 2 sacks in a row, man. Icky doing icky things. So yeah, even when they're in zone, they can get burned. Oh, this one was fucking nice. It's probably the best run after catch I've seen in all of Madden, bro. Yeah, he's like, okay, crossing, cuts in. Yeah, he got luck. He got some help there by Coker. It was nice. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah, he got held up a little bit by the 26. Almost caught up to it. Oh, okay, this is one I couldn't replay. No motion, just straight. He just went, bro. He beat him off the line. Sellers saw it and unleashed. Beautiful. Okay, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna look at who needs a corner. No injuries. That's good news. All right, because I don't. Well, I guess I don't need the trade offers. I already got it. Trade offer for Riley Moss. So I could wait, but let's see here. So if let's post up Riley Moss. Okay, who has the worst starting corner? And or maybe second string. Alright, so he'd be a second string here. They don't need a corner. Oop, my bad. Alright, 79 so far. Who's the worst corner? They have the cap space. Another 79. Alright, so that was the Colts and I think what, the Bills, but I'll find out. I forget. So far the Colts are in the lead with another team. Giants. Colts, Giants. Jaguars have the worst. Colts, Giants, Jags. What was there? 77? Bengals was the other one. Colts, Giants, Jags, Bengals. I'm looking at that green thing. I don't even know what it means, but okay, so they're yellow. All right, so he is a more of a zone guy. Who's actually offered something? Jags have. Giants. Colts. Have the Bengals offered anything? Yeah. Okay, so they all offered something. All right, Colts, Giants, Jags, Bengals. Now, where does he fit? Cornerback, they look for man to man. All right. Man to man corner. Man to man. Man, let me guess. Man to man. Okay. So it wouldn't be any of those. All right. So now let's go look at. Let's refresh our memory here. Like, who has the worst cornerback room? Oh yeah, it's good. It's good I use this too because the trade room takes out players that are injured. All right, Bengals. 81, 78, 73. One 78, 73. Wait a second. Why were these two not on there? So far, the Giants 79, 75, 74. I'd have to say the Giants is the worst right now. 79, 75, 74. Yeah, I mean, just this guy, and then you got these guys. Wasn't I wanted to get him 1 year? Yeah, that guy's. Why aren't they not on the fucking list? Oh, they are. They're just for some reason rated lower here. Ah. All right, 2 stars, 3. Okay, this guy was a first round pick. I think. Yeah, he was a first round pick. And he had the Bengals. They're kind of old. You got these 2 draft picks, right? Oh no, these were draft picks. Or he was last year, maybe. This guy's a hidden. All right, so he's. All right, I'm thinking. I'm thinking Giants. But if it's between the Jags and the Giants, oh, they signed Cam Ward. I would think maybe who has more cap space? Eh, comparable. Huh. I think the Jags have a better shot of having a higher pick. Let's go look at something else. All right, let's see here. All right. They have like 590s, 580s. I think I want to do business with the Jags. I think they kind of won out because they might be giving me a better deal. Oh shit, I should look at something else. All right, so it says we're picking 32 because we won the Super Bowl. They're picking 9. They're picking 30th. Because, yeah, they did make the playoffs. I say we, of course, here's the thing though. We may not, okay, what is he worth realistically? He would be a starter for them at corner. I'm thinking I'm thinking if he was like third string, maybe a fourth, fifth round pick. But because it's a starter, maybe a third round pick. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I mean, we'll take what we can get. I'm just, if I'm gonna save it. Let's play with the Jags. Hold on. Oh shit, I could. I'm a dumbass. I think I can do that from here. I was gonna go to his player card. Yeah. What's his motivations, man? He wants to be top of the depth chart, values financials, and wants to go on a Super Bowl chase. Okay. So I don't think you're gonna get top of the depth chart. I'm just so fucking role playing GM here. Ah, talking to myself. Values financials. Okay, that you're probably gonna get no matter what. from either team. They have cap space. I mean, he'd probably want to go to New York, to be honest with you. It may happen though. So here's what we're gonna do. I saved it. We're gonna do a feeler. I don't think they're gonna take this for a second round pick. I'm not. I just want to see if they, like, how close, how serious would they be? Okay, so you'd probably be looking at third rounder, maybe. If they take the third rounder, should I just live with it? I think we should. Just live with it. Like, fuck, like the whole fucking give us an extra like 6th or 7th round pick. Is there anyone on the roster that, like, just some weird fucking? I don't think there's gonna be. I'd love to have this guy, dude, or that guy. Ooh, where'd Travis Hunter go? Huh? What happened? What happened to Travis fucking Hunter? We're gonna have to go find Travis Hunter. Where did he go? The Travis Hunter experiment has ended in Jacksonville. We don't need players, bro. We don't need them. I mean, is this, would a team give up a third for a starting corner? I think they would, personally. Yeah, I say we go with it. If they take it, and there's a chance they won't. Should we do it? Is it? They made it official. All right. Riley Moss is now a Jag. Hasn't he always been a Jag? Oh, just a guy, man. He's just a guy. I think we should stick with it. Third round. Yeah, I mean, that's because you're looking at. I mean, he's like head and shoulders above this guy. Same age too. These guys aren't that much younger. These guys are, but they're way down the depth chart. So I think it's good, man. I think we both win. They get it. They kind of shore up their cornerback room a little bit. We get rid of a guy we do not need. Nor really want anymore. So I'm good with it. Now, I think we need to find Travis Hunter. that's not him. There he is. With the Bears, 77 overall. Damn it, dude. I didn't know he was a free agent either. Oh, I'm thinking something kind of crazy. I'm thinking I'm saying we go for him. And I say we bring some excitement into moving him around, seeing him on fucking defense too. Other teams aren't doing that. I can do that. So why is he a 10K savings? What the fuck is up with his contract? What the fuck? I don't even want to pretend to understand. This mod thing is probably fucking it up. What would be yeah, I want to do it, man. I mean, he's got speed, change of direction. His catching isn't that great, but what's his man coverage? You know what? Let's go into his player. The Jags gave up on him after 4 years. He literally like signing for fucking bare minimum with the Bears. We're the only team in the league that can like do something with him. I'm not buying that fucking man coverage though. That's some bullshit. I say, okay, I say we, hold on, let me check one last thing here. How long is this guy fucking injured for? 2 weeks. He'll be back. Fucking rub some dirt on it, motherfucker. I think what happened here was he was a free agent. No one signed him. And, you know, that's just probably the mod's fault or how they progress and shit. And then that whole, one of the tools I ran was like, you know, free agent lottery. He ended up with the fucking Bears. With us, he could battle it out for the fucking third receiver spot. And it'd be cool because I could fucking put him on the depth chart at corner. And this wasn't an option 4 years ago. I mean, he was their draft pick, but this is 4 years later. Because I think the mod fixed it or the game fixed it. It happened to where all of a sudden we were able to fucking put wide receivers on the cornerback depth chart. Uh-oh. Hold on. I saw that before. Why can't I see it now? God, dude, something. What the fuck happened? I could have swore I saw it. The fuck am I dreaming? Maybe it's during game? Huh. You know what we're gonna do? Hold on. Let's see what it would take to trade for him. And then I'll have to figure out the whole who gets cut later. I mean, maybe it's Isaiah Bond. I was excited for him, but is what it is. What would it take to trade for this fucker? Hold on, I'm over here. I need to look at something. Yeah, he's second. He's another one, 10K. I mean, that'd just be like some fun shit, you know? Alright, let's go. Would you take a seventh round? I'm just trying to get a feel here. I know they wouldn't, but or they shouldn't. Oh man. Okay, what would be fair? I mean, because this is kind of like I didn't even know he was on the fucking free agency pool there. What if we trade our third for him? I think that's a fair trade. Because if you think about it, fair trade to give Riley Moss to have someone start as a third. We're giving up our third instead for a guy who we're just going to experiment with. And I'm going to edit his fucking man coverage, man. I'm not buying that shit. I'll bump it up 5 and maybe drop zone by 5. Get a little bit even. Who's number 12 on our roster? Who's number 12? I don't even know. Do we have a 12? He was an afterthought. The Jags let him go. No one signed him. I might give him a 4th. Nah, a 3rd. Let's just say they did sign him. Yeah, I think that's fair. And I ain't gonna be missing much, dude. I mean, there's not gonna be a lot of. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we're basically paying for missing out on seeing him in the free agency pool. So they picked him up for nothing. We said, you know what? We weren't. We had our heads up our asses. Who the fuck is number 12? Oh, Puka. Okay. So he'll get to have number 12 here once Puka gets traded. Which we still have to find a trade partner for and compensation. I keep forgetting about that. And then he'll change his number. And he can have either one of these two spots right now. And I'm thinking, unless Bond shows something amazing, it'll be him. It might be my amazing, like, dude, it just looks fun, like he did last season. But right now, I would say, yeah, Coker gets the nod to stay on board because he's a fan favorite, been around, could prove reliable should someone get injured. It's just he's just not that quick, man. He's not that sudden. Hunter, I'll change his stats right now, even on recording. I'm gonna give him one more man. Okay, there we go. Just one more man to fit our scheme. I'm good with it. Because we did trade a third round pick for him. Okay. That's how I justify it. Now the next thing is fucking like, what do we want to get? I'm thinking about it. I could put these two on the practice squad again. They probably won't get picked up. I could trade for Peyton Wilson, similar scenario, and he'll be my second. I'll make him a second stringer. But for that, I ain't giving a fucking third for. That, I'm going to see if they'll take a fifth. Because he's injury prone as fuck. And I want to do it now. Before he gets injured. Alright, you know what? And hold on. Could we give them a middle linebacker? I don't want to give him a middle linebacker. Fuck that. I want to keep my guys at practice squad. Because they're running a 4-3 anyways. He's just sitting there. And if he gets injured, I have fucking Gabe Powers. What did I say? I was going to give him a fifth? See if they take it. Done. Alright. What was Peyton Wilson's number in college? $11? We may have to revisit this after we go through cuts. This season might be might be fun. So 41. We're going to find you a better number, sir. Star rating. You know, it would be awesome. 91. There it is. I think 91 would be cool. Yep. And we're gonna see him in the next game. All right. So right now, I'm gonna say. God, I fucking see Jay Horn. I'm thinking JC Horn's on there. Nick Harbor, you're coming out, buddy, for the last game. I get you're going to be down the list there. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go. It's going to be the full game. Horn, Travis. Sorry, Bond, Travis. Brown. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so. Yeah, I want Travis is going to be. Dude, he wants to play every fucking down everywhere, anyways. All right, so we're going to do that. And during the game, we're going to see if he can play corner too. You know what? As a matter of fact, we're going to do this. So these two are going to start. No. Okay. And then I want to see. Okay, that's what I want to see right there. All right. Now we're going to go look at something. The last thing here. So yeah, we have a lot of guys who want a lot of fucking money. He's not. The whole reason I can't. The whole reason why I want to trade him is because I'm not gonna fucking resign him. We're gonna be able to do it, but it may be a situation where we regret it later. Okay, so he's not gonna be wanting that much. So we're looking at 4.5 million versus 2.72. But the fun factor of seeing him on defense too, which I think can happen. So these two are comparable. So basically, yeah, he's already cheaper than Isaiah Bond. And that's because Isaiah Bond all of a sudden boosted a lot in the progression in the offseason. He wants 5 million. So yeah. All right, this might be fun. And that's what it's all about, man. I mean, and I wouldn't even say it's that fucking cheesy. It's just cheesy because we know the names. That's why it seems cheesy. But when you're 4 years in after this guy, or let's say he's, what year is this for him? This is his 6th year. It's Hunter's, what, 5th year? So, I don't think it's that redonkulous to be going after players that interest you when what appears to be they were obviously just not re-signed by their teams, and it didn't work out for Travis Hunter. We've seen worse things like Michael Penix with the Falcons. Just he got fucking let go. So yeah, I mean I think that's what we should do. Let's see how much fun we have of it. What is his interests? Career win percentage and financials. Okay. And I forget what was I don't think we looked at Travis's. Well. And then he'll be changed to number 12 once Puka's gone. I don't want to change it now because Puka wants 12 wherever he goes. All right, and and then he just got put on notice. Oh man, this could be fun, man. He's 29 years old now, but hey, you know what? Now I'm in a better position where I feel comfortable that should he go down or due to his old age looks like crap, then you know what? Gabe Powers is in. Yeah. Anyway, while we're here, I'm gonna re-sign him. But I don't know. I may try to lower the years. Yeah, I'm gonna try to lower the years as low as I can. Um, re-sign him. But I'm really worried, man. Like, what's gonna happen when all my offensive linemen need fucking contracts to go with our quarterback? Resign him, not him. It's just not worth the money, bro. 10 million a year, fuck that. Unless he fucking sucks. But what I could do is I could wait for a lot of these guys. I don't have to sign now. They're not going to progress at all. If the contracts change, and they might, it might be a little bit. I don't know if they change, but I think I noticed they do change a little bit. Might not re-sign Cade Mays. Might have to draft a backup, which will be okay. We have guys too, so Cade Mays will be out. I'll re-sign him. That's like $4 million a year, dude. I'll re-sign him. $5 million a year if he plays well. How about that? All right, so Red Murdoch and whoever the other guy just basically got the tea leaves are saying they're going back to the practice squad. So this might be a fun year. All right, there was no trade offer for Puka, so I'm going to have to seek something out. I think it's bullshit because I was curious and had simmed. This was before the draft, before the last season even ended. I simmed just to see if he would even get trade offers, and he did. I got a shit ton of them, and there was some pretty big names on those offers. So why he's not getting them now is beyond me. Anyway, that'll do it for this one. Things may get kind of fun.